What's going on, guys? This is AndrewChicken and welcome back to another video. In this one I'll be going over my picks for the top 5 strongest tanks in Paladins, patch 2.07. Tanks are some of the strongest champions in the game with their massive health pools, crowd control effects, and lethal damage potential. As such, it was actually surprisingly hard to make this list, since there are so many great tanks that all have their strengths and weaknesses. However, the tanks on this list are the ones that truly shine above the rest as the most powerful tanks in the realm. I also have guides on all the tanks that are featured in this video, and those will be linked in the description. So with that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Number 5. Inara. Inara is the absolute toughest tank to kill in the game because of her incredibly powerful damage reduction abilities. Her entire kit is based around staying alive and punishing anyone who dares come near her, with a terrifying combo that can trap an enemy by first slowing them with Water Field and then walling them off with Impasse. Inara is no slouch when it comes to damage either, since her surprisingly underrated weapon can deal up to 675 damage at close range if she hits all 3 shots. Inara also has 2 super powerful talents in Mother's Grace and Treacherous Ground, which further bolster her prowess on the point. Overall, Inara is a super powerful point tank, but she does have one crippling weakness. She has no movement ability. This makes it very difficult for Inara to engage with or chase an enemy, and she equally struggles in trying to escape from a sticky situation. While she can use her wall to propel her high into the sky using Summit, this only works in open areas and requires the use of Tremors to use adequately, which is by far her weakest talent. Despite this weakness, Inara is still a terrifying point tank and earns the number 5 spot on this list. Number 4. Barrack. In the number 4 spot we have Barrack, my absolute favorite tank and the best waifu in the game. There's no denying Barrack's strength when wresting control of the objective or defending a payload, since he is the perfect combination of menacing damage and indomitable defense. Barrack's main strengths lie in his impressive loadout cards that are the root of his superb sustain and tankiness. Cards such as Healing Station and One Man Scrap provide Barrack with some great supplementary healing in the heat of battle, while Bowling Ball, Failsafe, and Brave and Bold give Barrack his brawn. Barrack also has one of the highest damage potentials of any tank, since his Blunderbuss deals 560 damage with Tinkerin and he gains additional tickle damage from his turrets, which are famous for accidentally scoring kills on unsuspecting weak targets. And of course, we can't forget about his powerful ultimate, which deals more than double the damage of Fernando's Flame Lance and deploys the tankiest shield in the game, which is the perfect tool for taking back the objective and keeping Barrack alive long enough to turn the tides of battle in his favor. Barrack is extremely fun, extremely strong, and can stand up to any tank with ease, which earns him the number 4 spot on this list. Number 3. Khan. Khan takes the number 3 spot because he's one of the strongest defensive tanks and has one of the best skins in the game. Khan is any squishy champion's worst nightmare, since he deals a ton of damage and can mercilessly stun any champion and throw them away like they're nothing using Commander's Grab, which can also be amplified by a lethal duration of 2 seconds using Vortex Grip. Commander's Grab can also rip Fernando and Makoa out of their shields, which can mean the difference between life and death for them. Alternatively, Khan can bring back Firefight Victor in a way by using Storm of Bullets, which gives him nearly 1000 damage per second and can pretty much decimate anyone in his sights. While he doesn't have much in the way of protecting his teammates, since he has the smallest non-personal shield in the game, he does have the unique ability to heal himself and others around him for 1000 HP, which is quite a lot considering he's not a healer. And of course, my favorite ability of Khan's is Overpower, which lets him pick up even the heaviest tank and yeet them off a cliff, which is absolutely hilarious and a powerful ability to have. Number 2. Atlas. Atlas is the newest tank to Paladins, but that doesn't mean he isn't powerful. Atlas's kit is entirely based around manipulating time, or more specifically, sending enemies back to spawn as soon as they arrive at the point because he hits them with Setback. Setback is one of the most powerful abilities in the game, since he can use it on massive amounts of healing or powerful ultimates to completely annihilate them. One of the best ways to use Setback is to drop it on an ulting Makoa to delete all the health that was just given to the poor turtle. While Atlas is one of the squishiest tanks in the realm, he is the only tank which basically has 2 lives, since he can use Second Chance when he gets low to go back in time and restore all of his depleted health. Atlas can also block an infinite amount of damage using his Stasis Field, which can completely cut a map in half if he chooses to use Temporal Divide. Atlas also has one of the strongest weapons out of all the frontliners, with a unique mechanic that gives him higher DPS at close range, but better accuracy at long range if he chooses to charge his weapon up for a longer time. Atlas is an all-around beast of a tank, and he earns the number 2 spot on this list. Number 1. Makoa. And in the number 1 spot we have Makoa. I'm sure you guys expected this one after the last 2 Top Tanks videos, and Makoa still deserves the number 1 spot for a variety of reasons. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are going to argue that Atlas deserves the number 1 spot, and you're not entirely wrong. Both tanks are extremely powerful in their own right and can contend for the title of best tank in the realm. However, I believe that Makoa is still the strongest tank because his hook is still one of the most broken abilities in the game. On a team with even half a brain, a hooked champion will most likely perish, since landing a hook almost guarantees that Makoa and his allies will land some damage on the incapacitated target. With Pluck, a hook can mean an easy 3-shot on most squishy champions for everyone's favorite breakdancer. The rest of Makoa's kit is both simple and devastating. He has a solid primary fire that deals a substantial amount of damage, and his shell shield is the single best true shield for defending himself and his teammates. He can completely encapsulate multiple teammates with his gigantic shield, and deflect thousands of damage with it, which is nothing to turn your nose up at. And of course, challenging Makoa is never a good idea unless you're Drogos, and even Atlas is powerless to stop the Titanic Turtle when he's running Leviathan. All in all, Makoa is the absolute strongest tank in the realm, and deserves the #1 spot on this list. So anyways, that's the end of this video. Do you guys agree with my list? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content like this from me, and join my Discord server in the description to pick up tips, leave suggestions, and become a part of our active community. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.